Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, which big prizes it's now for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fire Fieldhouse. The play together the week in the creation and camouflage high school and the way of play. Introducing to the starting lineup for the Golden Hawks, camouflage South. Number 3, Tim Hill. Number 11, Dietz. Number 20, David Sterling. Number 15, Caden Wallace. And number 5, Matt Robinson. Head coach of the Golden Hawks, it's Andrew Bergkoetter. And it's starting lineup with the Firebirds, the Holy Ghost, starting guard of the 15th sophomore. Number 22, Adrien, Varella. At guard, 6'3", number 11, McLaughlin. At goal, 6'14", number 34, Colin. At goal, 6'16", number 33, Mel Lindsey. At goal, 6'2", number 14, Hendrix, McDermott. Head coach of the Carelli is Todd.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Chapman Arena and the Firebird Fieldhouse at Holy Ghost Prep, where we have a varsity edition of the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds taking on the CR South Hawks in varsity basketball. I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Jack Dobbins.
And we'll have 32 action-packed minutes of basketball coming your way after the opening tip-off with Mel Lindsey representing the Firebirds. It goes right to CR South, and 3 seconds in, CR South on the board first. Tim Righthill with a layup. Here's Adrien Varella with the ball to start for the Firebirds. Varella at the top of the key. Varella dumps it back off, gets the return feed, steps back for 3. Varella, no good up the outside of the rim. Here's the rebound by Jordan Dietz. Gets up along the far side. Dietz dumps it off for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Colin Lucas. Now it's to Mel Lindsey. Lindsey making moves. Lindsey pivots for 2. Mel Lindsey on the board. That ties the game at 2 for the Firebirds. 7:16 to play in the first quarter. 2-2. CR South with the ball in the corner. Now to the middle. Ball loose, almost knocked away. There's Gabe Cerulli who had the ball and it's knocked away out of bounds. The Firebirds take over.
Here come the Firebirds. McLaughlin looking to inbound. It's Varella in the backcourt. Making a call. Mel Lindsey, right wing. McLaughlin's not open over the middle. Mel drives. Lays it in. Never mind. It's off, and that will be a foul on CR South. Mel is going to take some free throws.
So Mel Lindsey at the line to shoot 2. Foul called against number 20, Gabe Cerulli. So it took us almost a full half to have a foul in the JV game, and now only 1 minute in, we have a foul in the varsity game as Lindsey misses his first foul shot. Lindsey will shoot 1 more. And Lindsey makes his second. That puts the Firebirds up by 1, 3-2. Now Jordan Dietz starts with the ball for South. Goes back across. It's now Tim Rahill. Rahill on the return feed. Rahill out to the corner. Back out to Matt Robinson. Robinson back to Dietz. Rahill out to the corner. This time to Dietz. Dietz, Rahill in motion. It goes it to Rahill. Rahill in motion again. Rahill for 2 is nothing good. And South back in front by a point.
That was a great mid-range shot. All right, here comes Varella. Past midcourt. McLaughlin, right wing. Drives, hits McDermott in stride. Back to Varella. To Lucas. And he is blocked. Hits the broadcasting table. And that's going to be yet another foul.
So more foul shots for Colin Lucas. The Firebirds in their home white and red. CR South on their road blue and gold. Almost looking like Oral Roberts from last year's March Madness. And Colin Lucas misses his first foul shot. The second one is up and no good, so Lucas misses them both at the line. So here's Matt Robinson on the attack. Robinson past the emblem. Robinson a spin move. Now throws it out for 3. Up, and it's off the outside of the rim. Rebounded by Seamus McDermott. Seamus to Lindsey. Lindsey to Varella. Varella across. Has McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to find a way in. Goes out. And it's McDermott for 3. Off the inside of the rim. Out of bounds. Off of CR South. McDermott will inbound. McDermott right back to Mel Lindsey. Lindsey thought about it. Goes to the rim with Colin Lucas. Lucas can't finish. And Lucas has fallen off on the rebound. And it's a foul called against Colin Lucas. 5:34 to play in the first quarter. CR South up by 1, 4-3.
Gets taking it up past midcourt. It's Rahill. Rahill getting around Varella. Left wing over Aiden Wallace mid-range. And travel is called.
Aiden Wallace tried to draw the foul, but as you saw there, took 3 steps before he hit Varella.
There's McLaughlin passing in Varella. Varella back to McLaughlin. Back to Varella. Slightly over midcourt. Over to Mel at the key. To Seamus McDermott. Right wing. Drives. McLaughlin left corner. 3 ball. And it is off. McDermott recovers to McLaughlin again. And he is snatch blocked by CR South. Ghost keeps the ball on stepping out of bounds from Matt Robinson.
That was a great rebound though by CR South. Attempting to give him back possession. It's now Mel Lindsey at the Varella. Varella, McLaughlin, McDermott pulled off on the corner. Now knocks away off the hand of Colin Lucas. And CR South takes over. Colin Todd subs on for Colin Lucas for HGP. Here's Jordan Dietz. Dietz drops it back to Tim Rahill. Rahill on the move. Rahill with a pass back. Matt Robinson. Robinson back to Dietz. That's a dump back off. Robinson. Now for three. It's up and good. And Matt Robinson, the first three ball of the game for either team. That makes it 7-3 South. Varella throws it across. Now it's Colin Todd. Todd back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Todd, who was open for two. It's up and good. And Colin Todd on the board. It's now 7-5. His lead cut in half. Still a very empty student section. Not a big turnout at all.
I swear, the Firebirds really need to get the student section up there.
Yeah.
It's been miserable this year.
Hopefully the senior night upcoming will change that. And Colin Todd called for the Firebirds' second foul of the first half. Now he's passed out to the far side. Rahill, long triple, no good. And rimmed in and out. Here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin moving around. McLaughlin gives it up. Todd, a little bit of high pass. McDermott, three ball. Wow. And the first three of the game for HGP. It's McDermott from the corner. And the Fibers lead by one.
Mel said McDermott was locked in ahead of the game, and boy, is he right so far.
So McDermott throws over to Tim Rahill. Rahill to the rim, up and no good. Rebound, Colin Todd. Todd to Lindsey. Lindsey across McDermott to the other corner. McDermott tipped away. Recovered by Mel Lindsey. Lindsey making a move. Whistle sounds. And a foul on the floor called against Getz of CR South.
McDermott looking to pass it in. Colin Todd, left corner. McLaughlin, left wing. Drives into the paint. That's a foul on Matt Robinson of CR South. Goes to retain possession. McDermott's going to pass it in again. Everyone's stacking. McLaughlin going left, Todd going right. Mel up the middle in the paint. Bodies a man, and South will recover the ball on the rebound.
And it was Gabe Cerulli who gives it right up to Matt Robinson. Robinson across half court. Robinson looking for room. Peels off, and he's blocked. And it's a clean block. Did it go out of bounds off the Fibers? It did. So stay with South, but a nice clean block. So here's the inbound coming from Matt Robinson. He floats it up. Gabe Cerulli. Cerulli dumps it off. Mike Burns. Burns getting his name called for the first time today. Here they come again with Matt Robinson. Robinson back to Burns. Burns has an opening to the rim. It's up and good. George O'Brien with his first points of the game. That puts South back up by one. Varella moving around. Varella back to Mel Lindsey. Lindsey to Colin Todd. Todd to the paint. Todd. And it's an offensive foul called against Colin Todd. So no basket. And Matt Robinson will inbound. Has Mike Burns in front of him. .220 to play in the first quarter. 9-8 South in front. Here's the inbound from Robinson. Burns has to get across half. He will. Burns spins. Pass to the paint. Now pass back to O'Brien. O'Brien back to the top again. Cerulli. Cerulli. A small drop off Justin McCloskey. Now across. A 3. Robinson. Matt Robinson puts Councilor Rock up by 4. 12-8. There's a pass over intercepted. Robinson trying to lead his man O'Brien. Knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Stays with CR South.
Rough start for the Firebirds. I mean, the turnovers and the fouls are already beginning to be a factor early.
So here's Mike Burns. Burns moving around. Trying to make a man miss. Burns pivots, pump fakes. And back to the top of Cerulli. Cerulli directing traffic from the top of the key. Back out to the side. Now a 3. And it's no good. Justin McCloskey took it. Rebounded by Seamus McDermott. McDermott leads to Noah McDermott. Noah to Mel Lindsey. Lindsey cutting in as no travel was called. Back to Noah McDermott. McDermott fired it towards the rim and bounced on the front of the rim and no good. There's O'Brien. George O'Brien dumps it back out to Mike Burns. Burns to the side to Cerulli. Cerulli whistle. It was knocked away at the very end with 59.4 seconds to play. And it'll be a substitution for South. Cole Delp subs on for CR South. Here's a throw back up. Mike Burns. Burns moving around. Burns back to the top. Dead center 3 Robinson. Didn't fall. Rebound Mel Lindsey. Lindsey coming from his own paint across the emblem with 45 seconds of the clock to play. Lindsey across. Tomasetti to Noah McDermott. McDermott. Back out to Varella. Varella from the base of the emblem. 30 seconds to play. Varella moving around. So Lindsey is picked off. Here comes CR South, and a momentum shifting layup is no good. Rebound by Lindsey, and Cole Delp missed an easy layup, and Lindsey stepped out of bounds. But Delp missed an easy layup off the steal. And can the Firebirds use some momentum and get some points to end the first quarter? They trail by 4, 12-8. The 5th foul by CR South this half, 4 for HGP. Here's Tomasetti. 18 seconds and ticking. Mark Tomasetti finds Varella over the middle. Adrien Varella to the corner. Lindsey open for 3. No good. Rebound, Lucas. That one no good. Rebound, Noah McDermott. He stayed in bounds, but just barely. 4 seconds. No one needs to do something. Throws. Mark Tomasetti pivots for a long 2. It's air ball. So the Firebirds come up empty in the final 20 seconds of the first quarter, and they remain down by 4 after 8 minutes of play. 8 minutes gone, 24 to go, and CR South leads HGP by 4, 12-8. So after 8 minutes of action from the Firebird Fieldhouse, Mark Tomasetti takes a 2-bounce pass. Tomasetti across. Back to Graham. Graham bouncing around. Back to Tomasetti. Tomasetti to Lucas. Lucas back to Spencer. Wert, not Graham, pardon me. And Wert passes it back. Gets the Domer pass back. And now fires it into no man's land. And it's picked back up. Here's Tim Rahill. Rahill on the move. And Rahill passes it back across to Jordan Getz. Now Getz from near the emblem. Getz a one bounce pass across. Gets the return feed. Getz directing traffic. Goes back across to Matt Robinson. Robinson to the middle to Evan Bidwell. Bidwell, Robinson. Pump fake. That's going to be a travel on Robinson. 45 seconds gone in the second quarter. 7:15 to play in the first half. 12-8 CR South on top. Tomasetti throws it across. Now pass back. McLaughlin to the rim.
Yep.
And the Firebirds reach double digits as Gavin McLaughlin cuts the lead back down to 2.
Here comes Rahill going all around the top of the ring. Into the paint. Throws back to Bidwell for a 3-ball, and it's good. That leads back up to 5 for CR South. Here comes McLaughlin on the counter push. Tomasetti, the point guard, gets the ball back. Tomasetti. Crossing up. Over to Colin Lucas to McDermott. CR South is louder than the Ghost student section. And CR South take the ball right back.
Now Bidwell dumps it off to Jordan Getz. Getz on the attack. Getz out to the side. Gets a return feed. Getz has Bidwell. He doesn't go to him. Throws to Tim Rahill. Rahill, one out pass to the middle and wide open. CR South with 5 straight. And that was Matt Robinson with the layup. Mark Tomasetti on the move. Tomasetti directing traffic. McLaughlin. And it's a turnover by Gavin McLaughlin as CR South gets the possession right back. And the Firebirds need to do something to get momentum back as now both teams have 5 fouls. So Matt Robinson subs off. Gabe Cerulli on the inbound. He goes right back to Jordan Getz. Gets at the base of the emblem. Getz throws it in. And now a jump ball was called. Evan Bidwell can't believe it. And now it's floated back up on the initial inbound to Tim Rahill. Rahill on the move across half court. Rahill throws it over. A pass back to center. Bobble. Pivot set is taken away. And it's whistled dead. Did they call that a jump ball? It appears it was called a jump ball. The Firebirds will maintain possession, but I'm not sure that was a jump ball. Tomasetti step back in. Tomasetti throws it in. It was McDermott who gave it right back. Tomasetti across half court. Mark Tomasetti inbounds. Mel Lindsey. Lindsey to McDermott. Seamus McDermott peels off, and it was too far for Mel Lindsey. The Fire need to do something fast. They call timeout. 5 straight points for CR South. HGP has only scored 2 points over the 3 minutes and 15 seconds. They need to do something to get this game back in their control. 17-10, CR South on top, and if they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. So there's Tim Rahill, Ray on the inbound to Jordan Getz. Gets across half court through the emblem. Gets moving around. Back out to the side, a pivot, and Mel Lindsey embarrassed on the far side, and then another air ball. So both players involved in that embarrassed. So here's McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to McDermott. McDermott on the return, feed Tomasetti. Tomasetti cutting back. Tomasetti lost it, and can he recover it? It's still loose, and pulled away by Evan Bidwell, and then traveled by Bidwell. 4:41 to play in this first half. 17-10. Council Rock South on top. Seamus McDermott will inbound. McDermott throws to Varella. Varella looking to a return feed with McDermott. Varella to the rim, and he's up. And one for Adrien Varella. And that might be the momentum-shifting play the Fibers desperately needed. Varella shoots one, the sixth foul of the half by CR South. And Varella misses his one and only foul shot. Right here is Tim Rahill. Rahill moving the ball around. Rahill up to the side, gave Cerulli. Cerulli bounced. Rahill recovers for three, no good. Rebound Cerulli back up to the top. Rahill out to the side. Now Robinson moving around. Robinson drops it back. Here's Wallace. Aiden Wallace lost it. Robinson recovers. 4:10 and ticking to play. Matt Robinson moving around again. Robinson dumps it off to Gabe Cerulli. Cerulli fucks the man. Offensive foul. It was. 4:04 to play in the first half. 17-12. Council Rock South on top. Cerulli called for his second foul.
And now Ghost is in the bonus. Varella taking it up. Lindsey on the right corner. Colin Todd's wide open. McLaughlin, right corner. Drives, lays it in, and this leads down to one possession. It is a 3-point lead for CR South.
And now a whistle all against Jordan Dietz. Or maybe not, maybe it was against Gavin McLaughlin. McLaughlin called for the 16th foul of the half by HGP. CR South at 7, and that could be a big factor for the Fires. They're going to come back into it. Down by 3, not out of it, but they're going to need something to get all the momentum back that they've lost over the course of the first quarter. Jordan Getz back to the top. Here's Gabe Cerulli. Cerulli throws to Tim Rahill. Rahill cuts back. Rahill throws it into the corner. Wallace peeled off. Wallace to the top. It was Cerulli who thought about it. Now gives it back. Here's Jordan Getz. Getz makes a move. Getz into the paint for two. Cerulli couldn't finish. Rebound Colin Todd. Now Todd on the move across half court. Todd to McLaughlin. McLaughlin moving around. McLaughlin looking for help. Double pump fakes. Now throws to Mel Lindsey to the top. Lindsey will direct traffic and reset. 2:56 to play in the first half. 17-14 CR South on top. Lindsey to Colin Todd. Todd bobbled it, recovers. Todd held, and that's going to be a foul called against CR South. Colin Todd at the line for the 8th foul of the half by CR South. And Todd misses his first foul shot of the 1-on-1. Now here's Matt Robinson. Robinson on the move, goes across. Cerulli wide open all day to shoot, and he missed it. Here's McLaughlin. McLaughlin up to the far side. Lindsey going over towards the bench. Whistle sounds. Lindsey coming off after the possession.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah, not sure what exactly was going on. He's talking to the athletic chair, Jeff Jacoby, but he's not in any visible pain. And not sure what's going on. We'll get back to you on that. Seamus McDermott will inbound from the baseline for HGP. McDermott throws to McLaughlin. McLaughlin moving around, throws McDermott open. Hot corner three. No good. Tipped away, rebounded by George O'Brien. O'Brien throws to Dietz. Gets up across half court. Jordan Dietz through the emblem on diagonally. Now throws. It's a leading pass and it's too far for Owen Provenzano. 2:11 to play in the first half. 17-14. It remains CR South in front. Here's Varella. Varella bringing up across half court. To the far left side of the emblem. Now he's forced to back up. Goes to McLaughlin. Under 2 to play. McLaughlin. McDermott to the middle. Tie, and it's not going to play by CR South. So a good defensive play by Mike Burns, the junior, but McDermott will keep it. McDermott inbounds. Todd to Varella. Varella back to McDermott. Whistle sounds, and it's going to be a turnover. So CR South takes over. That's George O'Brien inbounding. That's a foul against Colin Todd, his third foul. So a quick pause to wipe something up off the court from where George O'Brien was going to inbound. .150 to play in the first half. 17-14, CR South on top. South throws it in. Caught by Burns. Burns moving it up. Burns across his own three-point line, making men miss. Up near the, across half court. Burns a one-bounce pass to the middle. O'Brien lost it. Picked up by Varella. Varella through the paint across the three-point line. Pressure over to half court. It's a turnover. No, it's not. Varella recovers. Throws to the corner. Whistle. And it's going to be a foul against CR South.
That's going to be Jordan Dietz called for the foul.
Yeah. So Varella goes to the line to shoot two.
Here comes Varella for the first shot. It's up. It's good.
One more for Varella. We're going to cut the lead down to 1 for CR South.
It's up. And it's good. Varella goes 2 for 2 from the line to cut the lead down to a single point.
17-16, South on top. 1:26 to play. Here they come, flying out of a cannon, out of the corner, tipped up. Varella saves it. McDermott takes it.
Wow.
Seamus McDermott on the move. McDermott to the rim, and he's fouled. Or no. There is a foul, pardon me. The 10th foul they have by CR South. South silently disagrees, but nonetheless, McDermott goes to the line to shoot two.
What a great save by Varella in the top right corner.
Yeah, that's everything up.
That was crazy.
So McDermott had a chance to give the Fibers their first lead of the game. They currently trail by 1, 17-16. And first foul shot is a flip. 17-17. Here's McDermott. McDermott inbound. Makes them both. The Fibers with their first lead of the game, up 18-17. There's Mike Burns. Burns cuts back. Tries to cut back again. Burns needs to get across the next 2 seconds. He will. Burns throws it. Here's Bidwell. Bidwell to the top. It's McCloskey moving around to Rayhill. Rayhill goes to George O'Brien. O'Brien looking to draw some traffic. Throws it over to Burns. Burns. Back to O'Brien. On the return feed, O'Brien cutting in. Wide open in the corner. For a 3, high archer off the front of the rim. Getting his own rebound is Justin McCloskey. Over the top of the head. No good. Firebird ball. A great defensive stand by HGP. It takes off 22 seconds off the clock. 37.9 seconds to play in the first half. Firebirds lead by 1, 18-17. Varella will take up across half court. Varella slowly moving around. Varella dumps it off. McDermott. Now both McDermott's moving around. Adrien Varella winds up with the ball. 16 seconds, 15. The Firebirds may be looking to take the last shot of the half. Varella moving around again to the top of the key. McDermott. Air ball, rebounds, and it's up and good. Colin Lucas makes it a 3-point game. 2 seconds. 1. The shot. It gets off. Almost good. Tim Rahill almost hit a more than a half-court shot to tie the game, but it falls harmlessly to the court, and it stays a 3-point HGP lead. So the Firebirds lead by 3, 20-17, and we'll have a 10-minute halftime before the final 16 minutes of play. So 16 down, 16 to go, HGP up 3. All right. So 16 minutes of action remain from the Chapman Arena. The Firebirds lead by 3 after a late game run. 10 straight points, looking to ride the momentum, but it's a quick foul. Maybe not, just went out of bounds. So Matt Robinson to inbound for CR South. He gets the quick inbound, looking for a pass back. Good defense by Seamus McDermott. Now dump off to Tim Rahill. Rahill moving around. Rahill, and it's a foul. Foul going against Adrien Varella. So Mel Lindsey back on the floor, so whatever he was talking to Jeff Jacoby about apparently was not serious. Here's Jordan Dietz. Dietz, double team to the top. Now moving around is Tim Rahill. 7:30 to play. Rahill across. Motions Robinson to the rim. Wow, over and back is something good. Aiden Wallace for 2. Now Varela brings it up across half court. Varela with a one bouncer to Seamus McDermott. McDermott back to Varela. Varela makes a man miss. Varela airball to 2. Rebound by Lindsey, and it's something good. Lindsey puts the Firebirds back up by 3. 22-19. Here's Tim Rahill. Rahill moving around. Back out to the side. Wallace. Wallace. Back to Getz. Getz on the pass back. Here's Cerulli for 3. Up and good. Cerulli fed it to Aiden Wallace, who hit the 3. That ties the game at 22. Here's Adrien Varella. Varella finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin in the middle. Seamus McDermott. McDermott had blocked. And now CR South a chance to go back out in front. Here's Jordan Getz. Across half court through the 3-point line. Into the paint. Jordan Getz can't finish the 2. Rebound by McLaughlin. Across half court through the emblem. Gavin McLaughlin to the paint. Goes to over Mel Lindsey. Cross country pass. To the top. Colin and Lucas. Off the front of the rim. No good. Here's Matt Robinson. Robinson on the move. Robinson around the edge of the 3-point line. Goes to Gabe Cerulli. Cerulli out to the side. Now a dead center 3. It's good. And CR South has scored 8 of the last 10 of the game. Tim Rahill for 3. Varela looking to give the Firebirds an answer. Varela. Back across. Lucas couldn't hold on to it. Goes out of bounds. 5:36 to play in the third quarter. CR South by 3. Here's Jordan Getz. Getz bringing it across. Now a pass back. Winds up in the hands of Rahill. Rahill back to Cerulli. Cerulli bodying Colin Lucas for 2. Cerulli splashdown, and CR South now up by 5. 27-22.
Here comes Varela, left wing. Lucas in the paint, signaling something. McLaughlin entering paint. Back to Lindsey at the key. Driving, gets around him, and can't finish. Mel Lindsey, and the ball was out of bounds. That, I believe, will be a ghost ball. We'll have to see who goes over. Yes, it is ghost ball. The ref is asking someone from Ghost to get there. It will be McDermott. Looks Lindsey. Right side, driving again. Layup, and this time it's in. This lead is down to 3 for CR South.
So Lindsey brings the Firebirds within 3, as you said. 27-24. 4:37 to play in the third quarter. Here's Jordan Getz, and it's whistled off. Oh no, timeout was called. 4:35 to play in the third quarter. 27-24. Council Rock South Lawn. So 4:35 to play in the third quarter. There'll be an inbound coming from Tim Rahill. Rahill looks up to Jordan Dietz. And here they come out to the far side. Wallace. Wallace double teams. Whistle sounds. And play will be stopped again, this time by CR South. 4:24 to play in the third quarter. 27-24 South on top. We'll be back for another quick break. .424 to play in regulation. 27-24 HGP on, Council Rock South on top. Aiden Wallace with the ball. Wallace moving around, directing traffic. Goes across. Tim Rahill. Rahill back to the middle with Gabe Cerulli. Cerulli pulled off. Here's Wallace. Wallace moving around. Drop back. Tim Rahill again. Rahill for three. No good. And a battle for the ball. And a jump ball's called. And CR South has the ball to start. Never mind, McLaughlin will inbound to Varella for the Firebirds. Varella back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin across to Varella again. Varella floats over the middle. McDermott to McLaughlin. McLaughlin cutting in. McLaughlin, he's blocked. And a foul called against CR South. And Cerulli is called for the foul against Council Rock. McLaughlin will shoot two. McLaughlin misses his first. He'll shoot one more than to cut the lead down to two.
And Mike substitution, Georgia with the drive. And Mike Burns.
And the second foul shot is up and good. McLaughlin 1 for 2 at the line. That brings the Firebirds within two. Here's Jordan Dietz. Dietz across. Rahill. Coming out of the left wing. Now goes back to the right wing. Dietz. Moving around. Had open space. Decided not to go for it. George O'Brien to the top. Back out to Dietz for three. Off the rim twice. And a battle for the ball. McDermott shaking up. Maybe got hit up high. He sits in the paint at the moment. O'Brien moving the ball around. O'Brien to pass back. Oh, George O'Brien out to the corner. Rahill moving it around. Rahill and McDermott. Now Lindsey gets in on the action. They throw it back to the top. McDermott in coverage there. Now a three. No good. It was Dietz again. There's McLaughlin. Under 3 to go. McLaughlin finds Varella cutting back and forth and whistled off. The second foul of this half against Council Rock.
Council Rock each second. Now McDermott returns to Holy Ghost.
27-25, CR South on top. 2:56 to play in the third quarter.
And here comes the inbound from McDermott to Mel Lindsey at the key. Mid-ranger, and it gets in there. This game is tied, and the Firebirds are looking hot.
And Lindsey almost now at double digit. I think he sits at 9 at the moment. So here's the pass back. Matt Robinson. Robinson back to Rahill. Rahill to the side. Burns. Burns to the top. Robinson again. Burns has help. Burns to the side. Rahill. Rahill in motion. Rahill. Robinson on the return feed. Robinson lost it. And the ball will stay with CR South. Robinson to inbound.
Seamus McDermott, his first. In second, outside back in field, Firebirds.
O'Brien inbound. He goes right to Robinson. Robinson back to O'Brien. O'Brien to the corner looking for Rahill. Rahill has it. Rahill in motion. Back to the side. Robinson open. Three. No good. Rebound Lindsey. Getting game tied at 27 and 2:06 to play. Lindsey moving around. Directing traffic. Making a move. The edge of the paint. And Lindsey trucked the man. And a defensive foul called against CR South.
That's right there, Robinson, his fourth and third.
That's met with disagreeing calls from the South bench. Aiden Wallace to sub on, and he subs in for Matt Robinson. .202 to play in the third quarter. Game deadlocked at 27. Varella looking for man for the inbound. He goes to McDermott. 3-ball! Wow. Seamus McDermott from the corner. His second three-pointer of the game. 30 to 27. HGP on top of this. Low scoring, highly defensive affair.
Oh, wow.
Never mind. Aiden Wallace answers. Both teams at 30 after two quick threes, and Varella takes it back up the court. Across half court, inside the three-point line. Varella cuts back. Adrien Varella misses. Gets his own rebound for two. Blocked. Rebound, no good. Fourth time. No good again. And they step out. No, we did not. The Fibers will hold on to possession. It's a foul called against CR South. So both teams tied at 30. The Fibers missed 4 chances at a layup. And now a minute 28 remains in the third quarter.
Lindsey to McDermott in the left corner. Lindsey left wing. Looking around, driving yet again. What's the call?
Appears to be on CR South.
That's right. His second.
It is.
Couldn't hear who he said it was.
Liam Rooklock, I think.
That's what he said? Okay.
It sounded like it.
McDermott over to Varella at the top of the key. Backing up dribble. Driving out to the left corner. That's Noah McDermott, and the 3-ball is missed. That'll be CR South ball. Here comes Burns. Hits O'Brien. Burns for a 3-ball. It's off. Recovered by Noah McDermott. The Firebirds going around. Hits Seamus McDermott. Oh my goodness. Mel Lindsey layup, and it's in. Firebirds take a 2-point lead.
Firebirds up 2. Final 50 seconds of play. Lindsey makes it 32-30. South now at 5 fouls. That could be an issue in this fourth quarter upcoming. Here is Tim Rahill looking. CR South looking to take the last shot of the half. Rahill directing traffic, goes out. And it's not the way. Here's Varella in trouble. Varella on the attack to the rim. It's good. The Fibers up by 2 scores. Adrien Varella cross country. 18 seconds to play. 34-30. Holy Ghost on top. Mike Burns with the ball. Burns moving around, patrolling the outskirts of the 3-point line. 8 seconds. Burns dumps it off. Aiden Wallace. Wallace, it's dropped. And here's Rahill. 3, 2. They need a shot at the buzzer. Got it.
Wow. Firebirds go into the fourth quarter with a 1-point lead over the Council Rock South Hawks.
As Tim Rahill hit the buzzer beater 3 at the end of the third quarter. That does cut the lead down to 1. 34-33. Can the Firebirds win without Brendan Boutillier? 24 minutes gone, 8 to go. The Firebirds lead by 1, and we're in for a good one. CR South to inbound the ball to start. Here's the pass to the middle. Mike Burns. Burns. Forced out over near the emblem. Burns making a move. Dumps it off to the top. O'Brien in motion to the corner for three. In and out. And that was almost 2 big threes in a row by Rahill. Now McLaughlin in motion. McLaughlin to Tomasetti. Tomasetti, Mel Lindsey. Lindsey forced a step back. Lindsey throws Tomasetti. Throws over Noah McDermott now. McDermott. Todd. Back to the middle. Noah McDermott now. McDermott forced out. Noah McDermott across. Picked off. Here's George O'Brien. O'Brien was forced to slow up. Now he regains full control. Throws it back. Here's Rahill to the rim. Tim Rahill. 5 straight. And South up by 1. 35-34. Here's McDermott. Oh, sorry, not McDermott. McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Back out across. Open. Tomasetti to the corner. Thought about it. Was no. Did not shoot. A pass to the middle. Stayed in. Lindsey for 2. Mel Lindsey. He's now at 13. He could be your MVP of the game. 13 of the Fibers. 36 total.
About to be round 2 for MVP Mel.
Yeah. There's George O'Brien. 6:30 to play. O'Brien almost lost it because the return fee is knocked away.
Wow, what was
Bidwell
South
lost
trying
it.
to do there?
Here's Colin Todd on the run. Todd, we're in. Colin Todd makes it a 3-point game yet again.
What was South trying to do there? It seems like he passed it right to McLaughlin.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Rahill drops it back. Burns across. Rahill on fire, and he couldn't hit that one. Rebound.
Oh,
And Lindsey got hit late by Aiden Wallace. He'll stay in, but holding his head a little bit.
no. That was almost immediate reaction.
Yeah. Seemed like a backhanded slap almost. Definitely not intentional, but
Oh, yeah,
painful,
definitely not.
painful nonetheless. Here's McLaughlin, underhands. Tomasetti, and now Lindsey will come off. Tomasetti across half court. Pass it back. Todd. Todd in motion. Across McLaughlin. One bounce pass in the middle. It's up and good. Seamus McDermott puts the Firebirds up 5, 40-35. So a 40 spot for HGP in this low-scoring affair. To the middle. It's a foul. And it's going to be a foul against Colin Todd as Tim Rahill was charging towards the rim. 5:41 to play in regulation. 40-35. HGP is on top. Here's the quick inbound. Let's drop back. Matt Robinson. Robinson finds Rahill, who's open again. He's good. Rahill brings Council Rock back within 2. He has scored their last 8. Here's Tomasetti cutting on in. Mark Tomasetti, the Fire is back up by 4. 42-38. Tomasetti with a layup. Jordan Dietz moving around. Dietz peels off. Now forced back. Jordan gets across to George O'Brien. O'Brien one match pass. Matt Robinson. Robinson back to O'Brien. O'Brien to the corner. Now it is Gabe Cerulli with the ball. Cerulli pump fake the shot. Back up to the top. Cutting through the middle. To the outside for 3. No good. Rebound McDermott.
Tomasetti crossing mid-court. McLaughlin's open in the corner. That's who he passes to. Tomasetti. Deep 3 range. Hits McLaughlin again. Right wing. Colin Todd over the middle for the layup. And it is way off the backboard. Here comes Jordan Dietz for South.
Offensive foul.
And they're calling offensive foul on Jordan Dietz. Goes to recover the ball. Seamus McDermott tanked for that.
And that was the right call. So a quick wipe down of the paint underneath the net directly in front of us. 42-38. The Fires have the offensive possession, and a 3-pointer would take the life away from CR South. And it would go a long way, and a Firebirds win. McDermott testing out the floor. They seem to be good. McDermott will inbound with Varella directly in front of him. It's McDermott, Varella, Todd, McLaughlin, and Mel Lindsey back on the floor. Varella across half court. Varella whistles. Timeout. That's an HGP timeout. 4:25 to play in regulation. It's 42-38. HGP on top. .425 to play in regulation. It's a 4-point HGP lead, 42-38. Varella with the ball to start. Varella moving around. Goes McLaughlin. McLaughlin across. Seamus McDermott. The Fibers can kill time if they do so choose. Lindsey in the corner. Goes back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin across. McDermott again. Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. McDermott back over McLaughlin again. 4 minutes even remaining. Here's McLaughlin. Back across. Lindsey on the return from Todd. Lindsey to the corner. Opens McLaughlin. Waiting for his shot. Doesn't find it. Over to Lindsey again. Lindsey. Varella. Varella in motion. Varella. No foul call. Try to get his own rebound. He couldn't. McDermott finishes the 2. 6-point lead for HGP. They kill almost 40 seconds. 3.5 to play. Here comes Tim Rahill. Rahill, edge of the paint 2. In and out. Rebound, Lindsey. Lindsey across the three-point line. Has McDermott. He goes to him. Seamus McDermott across half court. Finds Varella. Adrien Varella moving around. Varella cuts back. Varella throws that to the corner. And McDermott thought about it, goes to the rim. For 2 is up and good. Colin, Todd makes it an 8-point game. The Firebirds running away with it. Here's Matt Robinson to the top. O'Brien to the corner. Cerulli. Cerulli cutting in. And a much-needed 2 points for Council Rock. A timeout called by Council Rock with 2:45 to play in the fourth quarter. 46-40, HGP on top with possession. Can the Firebirds hang on and bring it in as a back-to-back Firebirds home wins? The 7 fouls for Council Rock South may play a big factor for HGP. .246 to play in regulation. Firebirds lead by 4. 2:46. 2:46 to play. Here's McDermott. Across. McDermott to Varella. Varella back to Noah McDermott. Across. Seamus McDermott to Varella. To the corner. Lindsey is open. And they're going to kill time. Lindsey double teamed. Finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin cutting in to the corner of Varella. 2:24. They stay moving. Here's Mel Lindsey.
I'm not sure when I wanted to start again.
Lindsey, Varella, McLaughlin. McLaughlin across. Seamus McDermott. Seamus. Noah. To the middle. And Varella up the top. The Firebirds have killed 27 seconds. Here's Noah McDermott. They pump fake. Varella has knocked out of bounds. It'll be a foul against CR South. But the Fire is able to kill 34 seconds of clock.
Just like that, George O'Brien is first. DJ. Adrien Varella at the line for the Fire, shoot 1 and 1.
Varella to shoot 1 and 1 for HGP. 2:03 to play in regulation. 46-40 HGP on top. Adrien Varella will shoot 1 and 1 from the line. He makes his first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And the Firebirds just need to play keep away for the last 123 seconds. And Varella makes them both. 48-40. There's Matt Robinson.
Robinson at the key, looking around, driving, trying to get up in McDermott. Pass it back. That's Cerulli. Cerulli over to O'Brien. Cerulli under the net. That's a layup. It's going to be a 6-point lead for HGP.
So Cerulli has scored the last 4 points for CR South. Varella avoids the foul. Throws it down court. Colin Todd. Todd across. Lindsey. And Lindsey is fouled up near half court with a 1:31 to play. South praying for a missed foul shot here for Mel Lindsey.
His second team, 9. Mel Lindsey's line for Firebird, shoots 1 and 1.
Lindsey, you shoot 1 and 1. Makes his first. And he'll shoot 1 more. If he makes this, the Firebirds have half 100 in both the JV and varsity games. Makes them both. Lindsey now raise the Firebirds up to 50 points, and he has to be your game MVP at this point. So here's Mike Burns. Burns, Nate, Rahill. Rahill to the middle, O'Brien, and he was fouled. And it was Mel Lindsey who was called for it. He doesn't agree with it.
It's
1:21 to play. Firebirds lead by 8.
I'm not sure. I was just going to do it.
George O'Brien to shoot to shoot.
That's right with you.
O'Brien will shoot 2. CR South calls the other 4 players into a huddle. O'Brien misses 1.
Up, and it is
No
off.
good.
Recovered by South. 3
Cerulli.
all.
No
Burns
good.
bricks it, and Varella recovers it. Mel's calling for it. Gets it to McLaughlin, and there's going to be a foul on South.
Now, you guys been talking
That's gonna be
about
Rahill.
let's talk about NFL games going long in the final 2 minutes. What in basketball games? We've been under 2 minutes for the last 5 minutes. 50-42, HGP on top. Gavin McLaughlin will shoot. He'll shoot 2. 1:11 to play in regulation. Firebirds lead by 8. And McLaughlin makes the first. Firebirds lead by 9, and if he makes this, it may be all she wrote for Council Rock South. If it isn't already.
McLaughlin getting ready for shot number 2. It's up. And
He
it
got
is
it.
good. It's a 10-point lead for the Firebirds. South's going to roll it. The not drain clock.
That's a smart play.
Picked up. Nearly fumbled. Over to Burns. Burns to the corner. That's going to be Dietz on the drive and doesn't get around Mel Lindsey. Lindsey recovers. Goes to McDermott, and he's called. Is he out of bounds?
No, timeout.
Oh, timeout called? Okay.
Interesting call.
Interesting.
Yeah, not sure why Coach Chapman called a timeout there, but they do anyway.
I think it was because McDermott might have been out of bounds.
No, if he was out of bounds, that would have been the call. There would
No,
have
I
been
think he called it right before because he saw the way the pass was going.
possibly, but still, if he does go out of bounds, it's still a 10-point lead. I would give it to CR South and try to get them to kill clock. Because all you have to do is just not foul. As long as you don't foul CR South, they haven't been making their shots. So if they miss if they miss a lot, which they so far have been, then you're still up by 10. At worst case scenario, they hit a 3 and you're still up by 7, which is 3 shots. So 58.8 seconds to play in regulation. 52-42, Holy Ghost Prep on top. .8 seconds to play in regulation. Firebirds by 10, 52-42. And speaking of 10, CR South at 10 fouls. And that has been the big issue as they have reached 10 fouls in both halves. A quick turnover by Varella. Now to the corner. For 3, it's up. No good. Rebound, Lindsey stayed in. Lindsey taking it himself. He has a wide open Seamus McDermott. And McDermott will score too easily.
And this game is essentially over.
Yeah. That's the last nail in the coffin. The Firebirds needed a long 3. Matt Robinson hits a 3 and a timeout called by CR South, but it's too little too late.
I'm praying I don't regret saying that.
It's Firebirds lead by 9, 36.4 seconds to play. CR South not mathematically dead yet, but there's like a maybe a miracle. So 36.4 to go in regulation. Firebirds by 9, 54-45. So we haven't talked about other sports recently. Who do you have today in the national championship? TCU or Georgia?
Isn't it already on?
I
think so.
Technically, no, 2 minutes. We haven't seen the start.
2 minutes starts at 8:15? Okay. Yeah. You know, I really want to say TCU with every bone in my body, but realistically, I think I'm going to have to go Georgia.
I am going to say TCU.
Wow.
Because Georgia's live Bulldog mascot, Uga, is too old to travel across the country from Georgia to TCU.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah, well, but not from Georgia to TCU, Georgia to LA.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
He's just too old.
Aww. Poor thing.
Yeah. And that's going to be the reason why Georgia loses. They need Uga there. He's not going to be there.
Yeah.
TCU is going to take it.
That hurts.
Hey, 36-34. TCU. That's
fine with that.
That's my final score.
Yeah, I think Georgia's going to win by like 3, realistically.
All right. 36.4 seconds to play in regulation. Firebirds by 9, 54-45. McDermott, he's fouled immediately. 1.7 seconds come off the clock.
That's our foul to regular this second.
Team's the 11th of the half. McDermott, CR South praying for a McDermott missed foul shot. That's their only chance at this point. Fibers drop almost everyone back. Varella, Noah McDermott, and McLaughlin. The first foul shot is missed. So McDermott, if he misses this, CR South may not be out of it yet. Cerulli subs off for South. McDermott will shoot one more. And he made that one, a switch. Back to a 10-point lead, 55-45. Here's the inbound back to South. They need a quick shot. It's Mike Burns. Burns tipped away. Varella has it. Varella spin move. Varella finds Noah McDermott. Back to Adrien Varella. 22 seconds. Varella back. McLaughlin goes over. McLaughlin again. It's a foul. 17.1 to play.
Really postponing the inevitable.
Yeah. That was a good job by HGP, able to kill 13 seconds without having to get fouled.
So anyway, we giving Mel MVP?
I'd say so. He's got the majority of points.
I bet. Let's do it.
McLaughlin makes his first. So we'll have a Mel Lindsey MVP of the game and interview post-game if they come back out of the locker room. So be sure to stay tuned. It'll be a few minutes, but it'll be worth it. McLaughlin makes them both. A 12-point HGP lead, and it's about wrapped up. Here's Tim Rayhill. 14, 13. Rayhill cutting in. He misses the layup. Rebound Varella. Varella moving around, and they won't foul. That'll do it. The Firebirds win by 12, 57-45 over CR South.
There we go.
So HGP completes the sweep of Council Rock South. They dominated, the JV dominated 53-31, and the Firebirds, they were locked in a deadlock battle. They hadn't led until the end of the second quarter, but they explode in the third and fourth quarters, and they win by 12, 57-45.
Versus Upper Dublin High School.
So they play Upper Dublin. The Firebirds play Upper Dublin this coming Saturday, JV at noon, varsity at 1:30. And after that, the following Saturday is our senior night, varsity at 6:30, taking on Pennsbury. Be sure to stay tuned for that. But before that, we have our post-game interview with the MVP of the game, Mel Lindsey. But for now, the Firebirds win by 12. We'll be back in a few minutes with said post-game interview. Everyone, welcome back to the Chapman Arena instead of the Firebird Fieldhouse at Holy Ghost Prep, where we're coming off a Firebird 12-point win, 57-45. So I have with me the MVPs of the game, Mel Lindsey and Seamus McDermott. So you guys both had very big-time points, Mel with a bunch of layups, and Seamus with a bunch of made foul shots at the end to secure the win. We'll start off with Mel leading the team in scoring.
Yay, good job, Caden.
The team in scoring, and especially early on, how do you think that impacted the momentum of the game going forward?
I feel like scoring is just like a good way to kind of get things going. You know, early on, I think I had like the first like 2 or 3 or something like that. And then I didn't score for forever after that. So really just like the rest of the team scored. So, you know, we kind of just got it started and everyone else kind of followed up.
I mean, I'm going to talk about both of you real quick. You two probably have one of, if not the strongest bond on this team. How do you think that works on the court? How do you think this team gathers around you and really makes us win?
I think it's good. I feel like we've been playing together for a while now. I feel like our games complement each other. He's the big guy backer down low. I'm the outside threat getting the ball. And I feel like the rest of the guys understand our roles, and they do their jobs too. Everyone knows what they got to do. And the other team, the other guys on the team, they recognize what we do. And they try to get us the ball where we need it, and then, they compliment us with their facets of the game.
So, obviously, Seamus, like I said before, a lot of made foul shots at the end to put the game away. So, I saw in both halves, Council Rock reached double digits, in fact, over 10 in both halves. So, when you start to see the numbers get up to 8, 9, with still 3, 4 minutes left to go in the quarter, in the half or the game, do you start to try to go after fouls and try to go to the line more?
Yeah, you're always trying to be aggressive. I think fouls play a big part in this game. 2 of their guys got in foul trouble early with 3 and 4 fouls. So you see that number going up, you want to attack, you want to get them in foul trouble, and you want to get to the line and get some easy ones. So, once you see that number going up, once you see their main guys, 2 of their starters getting in foul trouble, it changes, the mindset, and you really get into the lane and try to get those fouls.
Yeah, so Mel, as Caden said, you dropped a lot of layups, and I was noticing one thing. It seemed you always knew how to get to the rim, even if the ball didn't go in. What were you seeing anything specific in that Council Rock South defense that really helped you get to the rim more?
I feel like I was just able to use my size really well today. Kind of just get down, be in the right spot at the right time. A lot of my points were assisted points, so I mean, I kind of just got lucky in a lot of times, being in the right spot at the right time. Colin, Todd gave me 3 right at the rim. They were easy, so I had a lot of easy with my teammates, stuff like that. So yeah.
So then one final question, unless Jack has one. Seamus, I understand you have a history with Council Rock South. You want to elaborate more on that?
Yeah, that's the public school I would have gone to. I know all those guys, played with basically all of them. Was locked in going into this game. It was a fun one. I've had this one circled for a while, so I'm happy. The guys stepped up. Everyone stepped up. Got a lot of contributions from a lot of different guys, and we were able to get the win.
Thank you guys both. He is.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Firebirds win 57-45 and this at the Chapman Arena against Council Rock South. That's their second straight home win in a row. So the Firebirds are riding high and mighty, and there's no reason for them to stop. Again, all right, we have one more question for you, Mike.
Oh, yeah,
I completely
do.
forgot. All right, so 2 final score questions for you. Well, first, what do you think about the game?
It was doing very good. We got to play a lot of defense. This team's been struggling, but you got to play a lot of defense.
All right, Mike, you ready? What's the score prediction for Saturday? Who are we playing, Upper Dublin?
Yeah, Upper Dublin, JV at 12, varsity at 1:30. Be sure to tune in.
All right, let's go. Score prediction, Mike. Let's hear it.
70-0.
70
Wow, 10 points over last time.
Yeah, so 60
Let's do it.
60-0 today, 70-0 next week. So Firebirds continue to ride high in Mike's mind, as they do on the court as well. So last question, non-basketball related. You got the national championship going on right now, TCU in Georgia. Who wins and what's the final score?
Any coach, local Fred school team's going to win all the way.
All right. So you heard it straight from Mike, 70-0 against Upper Dublin next week. Be sure to place your bets, as I said this past week. Big thanks to Mike as well as Mel Lindsey and Seamus McDermott. Firebirds win 57-45 from the Chapman Arena against Council Rock South. Thank you all for listening. I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Jack Dobbins.
I'll be back on Saturday at 12 o'clock noon when the Firebird JV team takes on Upper Dublin.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.